As we get closer to the 2024 election, discussion about the potential presidential ticket and third-party candidates heat up. WAY spoke to an expert about a possible alternative to the current system, ranked choice voting. Check it out.
You've heard it over and over again. You can't vote for a third party. That's throwing your vote away. This conversation has been all over the major news networks lately with the suspicions that Joe Manchin could run as a third-party candidate for president. But listen carefully. It does not have to be this way. There exists a method of voting currently utilized in 2 states, Alaska and Maine, that eliminates the threat of a spoiler and lets Americans vote for exactly who they want without the fear of potentially tipping the election. It's called ranked choice voting. The method of voting that the majority of Americans use is plurality voting. Simply, whoever gets the most votes wins.
But the thing is, with plurality voting, you don't necessarily have to win a majority of the votes in order to win. And so think about a situation where you have 3 candidates and everyone splits the vote kind of evenly. You can have a winner who only won 40% of the vote. And that means 60% of the people didn't want that person, but yet they win anyway.
With ranked choice voting, the winner must have a majority.
Basically, it's pretty straightforward. It means when you go in and vote, instead of just selecting one person who you think should be the winner, you get to rank your candidates in your order of preference. So you get to express the full range of your thoughts and opinions and preferences for the various candidates running. Now, if there are 3 candidates running, that means you get to rank them 1, 2, 3.
So the voter goes in and ranks their choices in order. Then what happens?
Where ranked choice voting really comes into play is if someone doesn't have a majority after that first round. If they don't, we look at the ballots. The candidate who had the least number of votes, they are eliminated. And on those ballots where people ranked them first, we look to those voters' second choice. And their votes are transferred to the second choice that they selected. And that way, those voters still get to have a say in who wins the election.
So, in a nutshell, the voter writes down their choices for the winner in order of preference. If their first choice is eliminated, their second choice now becomes their vote. This continues until a candidate has a majority. This method of voting allows voters to more easily make choices outside the current 2-party system, allowing for more choice in the democratic process. So why hasn't this caught on? Well, you could probably guess.
Understandably, folks in power who got there on a certain system are very reluctant to change the system to something different because they worry about, well, if I implement this new voting system, is it going to threaten my seat? Is it going to threaten the way I got elected?
Citizen-initiated ballot measures are not permitted in West Virginia. For ranked choice voting to become law in the state legislature would have to initiate the process.
There is a huge momentum behind ranked choice voting. There are a lot of other states right now considering the reform. It's coming onto the ballot in a number of states in the near future. And I think that's a result of people looking at the examples of Alaska and Maine and saying, hey, this works and this is a sensible reform. Ranked choice voting would just have benefits across the board for democracy.
Reporting on the 2024 elections, Newswatch 4.
WAY reached out to the person in charge of West Virginia elections, Mac Warner, who will be running for governor. Here's what he had to say regarding ranked choice voting. It reads, quote, current West Virginia law does not permit the use of ranked choice voting. Legislative leaders and election officials understand that the current election process in West Virginia upholds both secure and accurate elections. Because of that, West Virginia voters retain a high level of confidence in the results of an election while delivering unofficial results relatively quickly on election night. Any changes to West Virginia election laws should include a prohibition of ranked choice voting from the municipal level to the federal level.